Hi guys, this is Kayla.
And this is Becky, and we're with A Couple of Bees Read.
Yes, and we also enjoy our weekly wine. What's the weekly wine, Becky?
Well, we have a special wine today. We've never had one of these. It's by Tango from New Zealand. It's a Syrah, and Scout and Cellar refers to it as the unicorn of wine.
Unicorn wine?
Yes. How about that? Because about 1% of wine that comes from New Zealand is Syrah. And of that 1%, 90% comes from a place called Hawke's Bay.
Oh, that's lovely. It's mild, but Syrah usually is. What is that? It's almost sweet.
Yes. Has a lot of berries in it.
Yeah, there's... Hold on. Definitely cherry, right?
Yes.
Black cherry too?
Yes.
Plum?
No.
No plum? Okay. Then it's just the cherry that's the sweetness?
Blackberry and raspberry.
Raspberry. I never guess raspberry. I never guess it.
I started saying the one you never guess.
Damn it.
Yeah. But it's really good. It pairs well with... they suggested lamb, barbecue. I think it goes good with charcuterie. I think it would go well with just about anything.
Yep.
It is a delicious wine, and it's
tastes good with pork, I think.
Yes, I think a good
braised pork chop.
Oh yeah, Wayne makes this great pork loin. And he has a special little relish thing he puts across the top. This would be perfect with that. It really would. So, all right. So what are we reviewing? We know what we're drinking.
I read my first T. Kingfisher novel. And T. Kingfisher is known for like darker fiction. Sometimes it's more dark fantasy, like Nettle and Bone. Sometimes it is just straight horror. What I read was House with Good Bones. And it's one, when it was coming out, I remember predicting it for Book of the Month, and they didn't carry it. I was a little disappointed. I had never at the time heard of T. Kingfisher, but she's been recommended to me a lot since then. So House with Good Bones, it is Southern Gothic, and I'm on a Southern Gothic kick right now, and it's really good. What I didn't...
get the cover up for you.
Well, what I didn't expect was that it would be funny. The main character is Sam Montgomery. She is an entomologist, which, if you don't know, is a scientist that studies bugs, and an archaeologist, because what she'll do is she'll go to archaeological digs, and she'll be able to tell you all about a culture based on the bugs she finds in their garbage, basically. So that is her job. So she's just this quirky, quite frankly, hilarious main character. And I never thought, like, no other author in my opinion can make bugs as interesting as T. Kingfisher made them in this novel. Bugs and have to read that. Plant life. It was random, but it all fit together. And the House with Good Bones is a haunting like I've never read before. So basically, Sam's mom, Edith, is getting on up there in years. She's got 2 grown children, and Sam's brother has been saying there's something wrong with mom. She's acting off. She's acting weird. So Sam gets a break from an archaeology dig because of some situation, and goes back to her mom's house in the southern states, and she's trying to fish around and figure out what's going on. And her mom, when her mom inherited the house from their grandmay, who's a very important character. When mom inherited the house from grandmay, she changed a lot because mom is this free-spirited person, and grandmay was really nice and normal, as it says in the book. Like, that was her phrase. If anyone asked how she was doing, she was like, nice and normal. And she was just kind of a mean old lady. And So Sam gets really surprised when she shows up to the house, and like where they've painted all the rooms bright colors, she's gone back to paint them the colors her mom had. Where she had changed up a lot of the artwork, she's gone back and put the artwork her mom had. One of the paintings is of a rebel wedding. By that I mean like Southern rebels, Civil War
rebel
situation.
Okay.
So, you know, like this painting that celebrates a time that probably should not be celebrated in the way the painting depicts it.
Right.
So, you know, Sam is like, why do you have this racist painting up? What's going on? Like, Mom, this is not you. What's happening? And Sam realizes a couple of things. One is that Grandmay's garden, which she has this beautiful rose garden in the backyard, she realizes that it is completely immaculate. And when I say immaculate, I mean there are no bugs in the garden. No bees, no ladybugs, nothing. And she notices that the roses, even out of season, are blooming. So it's this very odd garden situation. Her mom's acting weird, and like I said, when you finally meet the haunt of this book, which is like at the very end, like this book goes from strange, quirky mystery with a really quirky and fun main character, a few jokes, some bug laughs, and then it's like now everything is flipped upside down, and I don't even know, like, it's wild how quickly this narrative turns into a horror story, but also how different it is from any other horror story I've read. Cool. It's, you know, it deals with Southern superstitions of witchcraft and sorcery and all these things, and it's just a very interesting novel. It also deals like thematically with generational trauma, and by the end, even though Grandmay is definitely, not to give anything away, she is the villain of the story, they find out some shady stuff she pulled off, and even though that's the case, you start to feel for her because the main character, Sam, in digging up her family history and learning more, starts to feel for her as well. So it's one of those really good books that I would recommend to anyone. I would say this, I probably loved it as much as I did because of the audiobook. The audiobook for this book, the narrator is sensational. Like, she does such a phenomenal job of doing all the voices. Like, if you are someone, me myself, I walk like 3 to 4 miles a day, so I listen to an audiobook. This I finished in 2 days. Like, my walks got extra long because I'm trying to finish this book because the narrator's so good. And I actually looked up who the narrator was so I could give a shout out. Mary Robinette Kowal is the narrator. She does all the voices perfectly, and she brings to life Sam in the best possible way. She's one of those characters that are very relatable, and I just think anyone would love this for a good listen. Obviously, don't listen to it with your children, as there are some scary moments, but otherwise, if you've got that long road trip with a bestie, this would be a fun book to listen to.
Sounds fun.
All right.
Okay.
So until next time, guys, what are you reading and what are you drinking? Bye.
Okay.